We all know the feeling of a harsh argument, being completely misunderstood, or stuck in an endless loop of conflict. These frustrating clashes are actually precise answers to our own unconscious requests for self-awareness, a way for our hidden struggles to finally become visible. It is a matter of simple logic. An internal deviation from harmony cannot remain invisible forever. It eventually materializes as an external, disharmonious collision that forces us to pay attention. If we trace that painful friction to its source, we discover an internal operating system that has been hijacked by one of three overriding forces. We cannot resolve our battles with the outside world until we pause, look inward, and identify which of these three false masters is secretly controlling our reactions. In a healthy psyche, three core faculties, reason, emotion, and will, operate in perfectly synchronized harmony, creating a balanced center. But in most of us, this system is broken. One faculty seizes total control, bloating into an extreme that forces the others into unstable outer orbits. Consider the reason type. These individuals govern their lives strictly through logic and premeditation. They want everything neatly ordered, calculating every move to ensure they know exactly where they stand at all times. This reliance on logic is actually a defense against the unknown. Because emotional experiences carry risk and uncertainty, the reason type deliberately thwarts their own feelings, effectively silencing their own intuition. This type often harbors a quiet arrogance, priding themselves on their intellect, while secretly looking down on those who navigate life through the messiness of deep feeling. For the reason type, safety is a prison. By eliminating emotional risk, they lose the intuitive depth and genuine richness that only a full human experience can provide. The emotion type is the opposite extreme. They lead with intuition and pride themselves on their precocity to feel, often viewing the cold, calculated logic of the intellectual with the same scorn they receive. However, without the balance of reasoning and selection, their feelings lose direction. They are swept away by a destructive torrent of uncontrolled emotion that creates havoc for themselves and everyone around them. Then there is the will type, the ultimate achiever. They demand immediate, tangible results, despising both thinkers and feelers, believing sheer action is everything. The will type forces a structural inversion. The will is meant to be a servant, carrying out decisions of reason and emotion. Instead, it is violently elevated to master. This creates a top-heavy, reckless momentum that eventually wobbles and shatters under its own weight. Despite their differences, all three archetypes share the same tragedy. Each believes their own extreme is a superior solution to life, yet that belief masks a deep, subconscious terror of the opposite trait. These personality types are not true identities. They are elaborate defense mechanisms built to protect the ego from the perceived danger of vulnerability. The strength we display in these extremes is always a mask for a hidden, unpurified weakness. Clinging to one faculty means we are simply avoiding the work of integrating the others. We can use our daily conflicts as a mirror. Use the friction to diagnose whether you are hiding behind intellect, drowning in chaotic emotion, or trying to force life to your will. Growth begins when we stop defending our territory and reintegrate the faculties we've suppressed. By bringing these separated parts back into the center, the raw, uncontrolled energy of our personality begins to refine itself. This reintegration changes the forces themselves. Logic, informed by the heart's intuition, matures into wisdom. Feelings, tempered by mental clarity, stabilize into love. And the will, no longer a blind master, but a disciplined actor, crystallizes into steadfast courage. Maturity does not require erasing who you are, but harmonizing your nature. When the war inside finally ends, the conflicts with the outer world disappear like snow in the sun.